Hello everybody, it's Peace here, and welcome back to SCP Strategy. Now, today we're going to be, well, continuing this gameplay. We're going to be collecting more SCPs, studying them, doing all of their research stuff. And we're going to continue automatic research for this SCP. And I think we're going to attempt some manual research right off the bat for this one. Some of these SCPs I'm probably not going to know the numbers. So it's going to be a while before I can add them. Also, if you guys hear a description for any SCP and immediately know the number, but I don't mention it, please mention it to me in the comments. So this one is Object 9. So this one is... Oh, this is the dump truck. I know this one. I don't know the number, but I know what it is. It's the toy dump truck that's an actual dump truck. SCP blank dash 1 is a toy dump truck with no identifying markers or labels to identify its original manufacturer. However, unlike regular toy dump trucks, SCP blank dash 1 weighs as much as the actual vehicle and represents roughly 90 tons. It is currently unknown how the vehicle weighs this much, as analysis. Why can I not read the word analysis right now? FSCP blank dash 1's composition reveals that it is made of the same commercial plastic commonly found in similar cheap quality toys. Research section number 2. SCP blank dash 1 is also capable of motorized movement and can function exactly like a normal dump truck. Expecting to find that it is several magnitudes smaller. Expecting to find. I don't think they said that right. It is controlled by SCP blank dash 2, which resembles a heavily modified RC car controller. SCP blank dash 2, it can control SCP blank dash 1's movements, despite the fact that the SCP blank dash 1 lacks any kind of radio receiver or mechanical parts. SCP blank dash 2 does not work with any other radio controller device, but otherwise functions exactly like a mundane radio controller, even requiring batteries to function properly. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so where's all my... Use search. You. Move here. You. Come all the way down here. There we go. Search. Let's get more SCPs, boys. Okay, engineering department. What's the next thing we're gonna get? Administration Plus, maybe? Maybe. This manual research plus thing is going to take a while. Yeah, a lot of these are gonna take a while, so. Yeah, either this or this. Probably this one first, then this one. Makes unlocking new abilities 25% faster. Interesting, interesting. Anyway, more research real quick. Object 6. Oh yeah, I already read this. I read this last time. Still no idea what SCP that is. SCP-1, I need to figure out which one of the mutant viruses this is, because there's a few different mutant viruses. I need to find the pen. I need to know what number the pen is. Okay. Human subject writing blank, SCP blank have a drastically different experience compared to outside observation. The time frame between point alpha and point omega is massively extended, with subjects' ride times ranging from 4 minutes to blank months. Jesus. Elements on the ride that do not exist on the ride proper, like bat wings, cobra rolls, and inclined loops. Subjects do not have any sense that the rest of the world is alien or otherwise different. Only the ride experience is different. Interesting. Property is always very person to person. Ah. Let's research Kane a little more. No, no, no. Back. Search. Where's my other guy? Okay, is research on him done yet? SCP Blank refers to himself as Kane. Is generally polite and genial to all who speak to it, though it has been described as being cold and somewhat mechanical in its speech. It is very helpful and enjoys aiding personnel in their daily actions, whatever they may be. It has highly detailed knowledge of ancient to recent events in history, and most commonly spoken languages. I don't know why I went to tongues. That's weird. I've done too much like mythological crap. Where you know in mythology they like call it different tongues of speech, but there's languages in the world, including ones that have since died out. Subject has professed to having a photographic memory, remembering word for word all text in an 800-page dictionary that was flicked through in a minute and a half. It has scored above average in all intelligence tests given to it. SCP Blank's presence is inimical. to any and all life grown in soil, causing death to any such life within 20 meters radius. Any land SCP blank has walked on becomes barren, as all anaerobic bacteria dies, rendering the soil incapable of supporting life until new bacteria are introduced. Anything that is derived from soil-grown life, such as wood and paper, immediately rots and disintegrates upon touch of SCP blank. Further affected derivatives include anything hydrophonically grown. Interesting. Alright, let's see. Plumber's worst nightmare. Let's learn more about the pipe nightmare. At least I'm pretty sure it's the pipe nightmare. Something telling me it's the pipe nightmare. Come on. Research your SCPs. Do you have nothing down here? You found nothing while you're down here. Go! Hey, new SCP found. It's really small. It's a really small black hole. Oh, the miniature black hole. Or miniature event horizon, rather. Research complete on Object 10. Interesting. What's Object 10 now? SCP blank is a massive pipes, vents, boilers, and other various plumbing apparatus, completely filling a warehouse in blank. The pipes appear to grow when not under observation, attempting to connect to nearby structures via sewer systems and underground plumbing. SCP blank contains, at current estimate, over 190 kilometers, 120 miles of pipes, ranging in diameter from 2.5 centimeters to over 1 meter. Some pipes appear new, while others are rusted and leaking. Pipes have been reported as being made of bone, wood, steel, preserved ash, human flesh, glass, and granite. No pipes composed of lead, PVC, plastic, copper, or any other traditional material for the production of pipes have been found. Huh. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting, yes. Oh, cool, I can activate this. Well, we have our next thing. We are going to get unlocking abilities a hell of a lot faster. Administration Plus. Sounds like some kind of weird TV service. Because everyone's decided to start putting a plus in their name. Seriously, what is this bug? Administration has been activated. That's good. Government satisfactions. Oh, we can see the different government satisfactions. List of contributing countries sorted by GDP per capita. The color of each field shows how satisfied the government is, are with the amount of contribution paid. Poorer countries will not be able to pay. Too big. Well, it says that we're pretty close. Pretty good. Uh... At least that's what I'm pretty sure it's saying. Government satisfaction, 97%. They were at 100%, so I don't know what their issue is. What, has everyone started to realize what all of this means? That there's a hell of a lot of scary things out there? Alright, let's see. I think the next thing we're gonna get is diplomacy. Alright, let's see. Child, or maybe only a shadow. A metamorph, and... This has got to be the miniature event horizon. I'll look up the numbers next episode, but I'm pretty sure it's a miniature event horizon. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up the SCP wiki. And we're gonna start labeling some of these things that we have figured out. And infected. I have no idea what one that is. If anyone knows what this one is, described as deadly virus and it attacks lignite. Go back to the first episode. You'll find out. You'll be able. I read this in detail. Tell me what SCP this is, please. This one is. I'm unsure. Number 6 is some kind of roller coaster. Number 7 is the pen. Let's research some of these other ones. Is it a child or maybe only a shadow? Let's do some manual research. Just so we can get something going. I'm pretty sure this one's just shadow person. Just get rid of these guys. There we go. Whew. SCP Blank is a humanoid figure approximately 80 centimeters in height. Anatomically similar to a small child, but with no discernible identifying features. SCP Blank seems to be composed of shadowy and smoke-like shroud. Okay, let me look at Shadow Person real quick. Yes, this is Shadow Person. This is Shadow Person. Literally that exact excerpt. SCP 017. Boom. We have labeled it. We now know what the hell this one is. There we go. We have one more labeled. Still a few unlabeled. I had to figure out what this one is. If anyone knows what this one is, this amusement park ride, or amusement park, I need to know what this is. Like, look for this excerpt completely. Description. Yeah, that one's a fountain pen. So I'm not exactly sure where that one is. Or what SCP that is. And Metamorph. This might be the fox. Oh, one of the MTFs finished their job. Alright, we have a new SCP, we have a new SCP. What is it, what is it, what is it? Wait. Finished. Status, nothing has been found. God damn. Are you fuckers losing your ability to do anything? Search. Let's do some manual research. Oh, this is a living creature. Alright. Come on. Yeah, that was gonna happen. I can tell you that right now. I hate that one. Ugh. That one's just annoying. Okay, you move here. And then search. Same with you, get searching. On some new anomalies. Alright. So this one is this, so we're just gonna finish this one off. If we're lucky, it'll say us number on its last entry. Come on, give a guy a hand. Okay. Upon exiting the ride, subjects typically experience feelings of confusion and ill health, depending on the subjective time they spent riding SCP Blank. These feelings are based on not on any physical malady. What? Maladicent? What? Maladis. I don't know what that is. But the subjective experience of dealing with a physical malady for an extended period of time. For example, a subject with subjective ride time of 3 days may experience confusion that he had strong feelings of hunger for most of his ride, but at the end of the ride, he was not hungry at all. Oh. Alright then. I got that research done. You guys gonna find anything anytime soon, or? Yep, there's one. Okay, what's our new SCP? There is a painting here. Okay, which one of the painting SCPs is this? Because there's like 40 of them. Well, this is obviously object research, so I can do this one pretty easy. Boom, 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 boom. I really like this minigame. It looks really cool, but it's really simple. And it's actually kind of fun. Alright, SCP Blank is a 75 by 50 centimeter painting titled The Portrait. Created in 1935 by surrealist painter Rene Magritte. The original painting possesses mimetic properties that trigger acute paranoia and lingering psychological effects when viewed for too long, or from a distance of approximately 3 meters or less. The painting depicts a simple still life with the addition of a single eye staring back at the viewer. Oh, it's that one. I forget the number, but I've read it before. The number is escaping me, though, so I can't label it. Know exactly what that one is, though. Okay, the first, like, 7 SCPs figured out. Now I have to finish up Kane's stuff. So I'm gonna do his last bit of research, and then we're gonna find more SCPs, hopefully. Hopefully we find the more SCPs before that, though. Oh, there we go. SCP-20. Someone is here. That's all it says. Oh, they finished theirs. SCP-21. Or Object 21. Red disc carved from stone. Red sea object, red sea object, red sea object. I know this one. I know this one. Red sea object. Where is it? What number is that? It's one of the first ones. You know what? I'm gonna search. Red sea. Where's the Red Sea object? Hold on, this is a Series 1 SCP. Come on, I've read it. Where is it? It's one of my favorite SCPs, come on. Red Sea object, SCP-093. SCP. 09. Sorry for the interruption, guys. There we go, we have SCP-093 now. Yes. I was wondering if that one's going to be in here. Alright, we've completed our research on 073. Violence directed towards SCP Blank reflects any damage inflicted on SCP Blank directly back onto the attacker. Although SCP Blank visibly remains unharmed, this appears to do any damage directed at SCP Blank. This applies to any damage. This applies to any damage directed at SCP Blank. Attempts to get tissue and blood samples have proven futile. When the procedure was initiated, personnel carrying out the action felt the sensation of whatever was applied to SCP Blank and wound up with the sample of their own bloods or tissue, despite the fact that all actions were directed solely at SCP blank. I don't know why I'm having trouble reading this. Indirect damage through a medium also results in the person participating the act receiving the wounds caused, although SCP blank receives no actual harm from the damage to its person. It has stated that it still feels the pain from the action and has politely asked researchers to abstain from. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to end this video here. I hope you all have enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, yell. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next video, live stream, or whatever I do next. Peace!